Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is yanuar wibowo and my student number is 203. My class is D and I will read of an enemy of the people. I will read page 1 until page 3. Skin Dr. Stockman's sitting room. It is evening. The room is plainly but nearly appointed and furnished. In the right hand wall are two doors. The farther leads out to the hall, the nearer to the doctor's study. In the left hand wall, opposite the door leading to the hall, it is a door leading to the other rooms occupied by the family. In the middle of the same wall stands the stove, and further forward, a couch with a looking glass. Hanging over it an oval table in front of it. On the table, a lighted lamp with a lampshade. At the back of the room, an open door leads to the dining room. Billing is sitting in the dining table, on which a lamp dining room is burning. He has a napkin tucked under his chin, and Mrs. Stockman is standing by the table handing him a large plate full of roast beef. The other plates at the table are empty, and the table somewhat in disorder, evidently a meal having recently been finished. Mrs. Stockman, you see, if you come an hour late, Mr. Billing, you have to put up with the cold meat. Billing as he eats. It is uncommonly good, thank you, remarkably good. Mrs. Stockman, my husband makes such a point of having his meal punctually, you know. Billing, that doesn't affect me a bit. Indeed, I almost think I enjoy a meal all the better when I can sit down and eat all by myself and undisturbed. Oh, well, as long as you enjoy it. Turn into the hall door and listening. I expect that it is Mr. Hofstad coming too. Very likely. Peter Stockman comes. He wears an overcoat and his official hat and carries a stick. Mr. Stockman said, "Good evening, Catherine." Mrs. Stockman said, coming forward into the sitting room. "Ah, good evening. Is it you? How good of you to come up and see us." Peter Stockman said, "I happen to be pacing, so look into the dining room. But you have any company with you, I see." Mr. Stockman said, "Oh no, it was a quiet by chance. He came in hurriedly. Won't you come and have something too?" Peter Stockman said, "I? No, thank you. Good gracious, hot meat at night, not with my digestion." Mr. Stockman said, "Oh, but just once in a way." And Peter Stockman said, "No, no, my dear lady. I stick to my tea and bread and butter. It is much more wholesome in the long run, and a little more economical too." Mrs. Stockman smiled. "No, you mustn't think that Thomas and I are spendthrift," Peter Stockman said. "No, you, my dear. I would never think that all of you point to the doctor as study. Is he is not home?" Mr. Stockman said, "No, he went out for a little turn after supper, and he and the boys." Peter Stockman said, "I do, if that is a wise thing to do. Listen, I fancy I hear him coming now." Mr. Stockman said, "No, I don't think it is he." and a knock is heard at the door. Come in. Hofstad comes from the hall. Oh, it is you, Mr. Hofstad. Mr. Hofstad said. Yes, I hope you will forgive me, but I was delayed at the printers. Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Peter Snockman, bowing a little distantly. Good evening. You have you have come on business, no doubt. Hofstad said. Partly, it is about an article for the paper. Peter Snookman. So, I imagine I heard my brother has become a prolific contributor to the People Messenger. Haftar said, yes, he is a good enough to write in the People Messenger when he has any home truth to tell. Peter Snowman said, quiet, so. I don't blame him in the least. As a writer or addressing himself to the quarter where he will find the reader's sympathy. And beside that, I personally have no reason to hear any ill or will to your paper, Hofstad. Peter Stockman said, taking one thing with another. There is an excellent spirit of toleration in the tongue. It's a admirable municipal spirit, and it all springs from the fact of our great common interest, unite as an interest. That is an equally high degree and the concern of every minded citizen. What we say? Yes, Peter Snookman said. Exactly. Our fine new handsome beds. Mark my words, Mr. Horvath. The beds will become the focus of our municipal life, not a double of it. Mrs. Stockman said, that is just what Thomas says. Okay, that's all for me. I'm so sorry for all mistakes. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.